just a little encouragement today for the encouragers, for people who create, who curate, coach, teach, preach, counsel. You put together courses, you teach sessions, you labor, you intercede, all so that whatever it is that is formulated in your heart and mind and comes out of your mouth or off of your pen, that is going to go out into the world so that it will be a blessing to people. Really quick encouragement that should be easy to remember. 3 things. 1, everything is not for everybody. 2, even the thing that is for a lot of people, everybody's not going to receive, at least not right away. And 3, sometimes people who things are not for receive them and take them the wrong way. Why is that important? Because a lot of times we don't know the entire journey that is going to take place in someone's life. We don't know how our words or the things that we put out are going to impact people positively. We don't know how people will be triggered. We have no way of predicting and intercepting any adverse thoughts or any resistance to whatever it is that we are sharing, whatever it is that God placed inside of us to give in whatever format. But when we remember that, 1, everything is not for everybody, we can focus on doing, surrendering whatever it is God has given us without feeling responsible for people's response. And then 2, so that we can keep in mind that, the maturation of whatever that seed is that we plant is not all on us. It is our job to do what God has given us to do. So if everybody doesn't receive it, that's okay. And for 2, sometimes people absorb things or internalize things that are not for them. We've probably all done it at one time or another. And when that happens, oftentimes things are taken the wrong way. But sometimes we can be paralyzed by feeling like we need to circumvent all of that somehow in our presentation. And while we should be thoughtful, we should be careful and prayerful, and we should consider what we've learned from experience about how people respond to things so that we can communicate clearly and with the right heart and good intentions and thoroughly and with definition and so forth. But one thing I've learned is that there is no way to circumvent how people are going to process everything. You can try with all of your might, but somebody's going to take stuff the wrong way. Somebody's going to feel like what you're saying is not for them when it full well is for them. And then somebody else is going to feel a way when the message that you're putting out is not even for them. There have been many things over the years that I have read or heard that I received with gladness and it impacted my life. And then there were other things that I heard or saw or experienced that I didn't think were for me. But maybe they weren't for me in that season because here we are years later, sometimes months later, and I'm like, you know what? So-and-so said such and such. And sure enough, here I am learning how this applies to me. So we have to be bold and we have to be intentional and we have to seek God with all of our hearts and eliminate distractions as much as possible so that we can just be confident that we are hearing clearly and we're putting out what God gave us to put out, and then we just let him yield the increase. So he'll take care of the people who is for, he'll take care of the people who is not for, and he'll take care of the people who it's for and they receive it with gladness. Just do your part.